Do you know the best way to stop your horse? Do you know what Piaffe is? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you my top 5 horse tricks I use and Red Dead Online on a daily basis. Howdy Cowpoke, AustinBMX here. We are down here at McFarland's Ranch with El Cheapo. That's right, we're going to be running around in the corral here and show you guys my top 5 horse tips and tricks that I use on a daily basis while I ride around and Red Dead Online. So let's go ahead and get started. Finally, there we go, the sun's coming up, and what is wrong with my chair? Hang on a second, I'm leaned way too far back. I think I was relaxing a little too much editing the last video. There we go, that's much better. There. Up in there. Now I can talk to you guys directly. So we're down here at McFarland's Ranch. I'm going to show you guys the top 5 tips and tricks that we use while riding around Red Dead Online. I was looking through my video catalog and some ideas that I had back in the past, and I haven't made a video on horse tricks and tips and tricks in like over a year. There's a lot of new players in the game, so I wanted to get all these out here. There may be a few things in here you guys do not know, maybe nothing in here that you don't know. You might know everything there is to know about the horses. That's totally fine. Hope you enjoyed the video anyway. If not, if you do learn one thing in this video, make sure to smash the like button. Hey, hit that smash that like button anyway, because we're here making a video, hopefully getting some good content out for you guys, waiting for some new content to come our way. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the skid. The skid is pretty fun. It's an easy way to stop. It's a fun way to stop. All you got to do is hold R1, or is it RB or whatever it is on Xbox? I don't know what Xbox controllers are. I'm sorry, Xbox. What the heck, lady? I'm doing a horse video here. You're going to get yourself ran over. Get hell away. We'll get some speed up and hit the normal stop button, which on PlayStation is R1. You're going to want to hold that, and then you want to hold X at the same time. And you can do a skid. See that? Now the normal stop is just to hit R1 button and slow it down, and you'll come to a slowly stop and pull on the reins. Now if you can emphasize that by doing the R1 and jamming X and holding X down at the same time, you will skid, just like that. See? Now you can do a lot of fun with that. You can see how far you can ski with your friends. You can have a skidding contest, horse skidding contest. You also can do some skidding around corners. You can hold a button and rotate your left stick there and try to do some 360 skids. Let me know if you guys have pulled off anything bigger than a 360 skid. Maybe on a downward slope or something fun like that. But that's a lot of fun to do with your horse. Easy and fun way to slow down. It actually does slow down a lot quicker. But that isn't the best way to stop. We're going to move on to our tip number 2 for the best way to come to a complete stop instantly. And it's pretty dang easy to do. Now you guys know, I think you need to be bonded at least level 2, maybe level 3. But you guys do know you can rear your horse, right? Is that a different lady? What are all these ladies doing roaming around out here? You guys are going to get ran over. I'm doing a video out here. I rented the corral from Miss McFarland. What's her name? Bonnie, right? Yeah, I rented this corral for the day to make a video, ma'am. So you could just leave, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jeez. Ridiculous. So you guys know you can rear your horses, right? You hold R1 and you double tap back, or double tap square. Yeah, double tap square. Double tap square, you'll do rear your horse, right? It's pretty awesome. It's definitely fun to do. We do it quite a lot. I do it quite a lot when I first get on my horse. And the horse bucks you off. It's pretty funny. But you can use that to actually come to a complete stop. So if you're going really fast, when you want to stop your horse really quickly, really fast, just do that rearing motion. We can come to a complete stop right at this fence. Rear. See that? Rear. If I tried to slow down or do any other maneuver right there, I would have plowed straight into that fence. That the horse immediately comes to a stop and goes to the rearing motion. It works really good. Sometimes when you're riding towards a fast travel or going somewhere with your posse, the posse plows into me all the time. Come on, guys. Learn this little trick here. I know skidding's a lot of fun, and we love to skid in there, but you definitely plow into people. If you need to come to a stop really quickly, get that rear end done right there, and you come to a complete stop instantly, just like that. Super easy. Best way to stop. Tip number 2. Moving on to tip, well, this is another trick. This is the trick we're going to throw into this. We'll throw some tricks and some tips in there. It's like trick or treat, but this is tips and tricks. This is a trick that you can do. This is called sidestepping and piaffing. The reason I threw this in here is because the word piaffe is just an amazing word for some kind of weird thing a horse does. But you could piaffe is just stepping in place. That's what a horse does, right? And all you do is just hold square from a standstill, right? If I hold square, and now El Cheapo is piaffing. He is straight up piaffing like no other. That's pretty awesome. Now you can use this maneuver and use your left stick and go to the left, and you can sidestep yourself to the left. Now this works if you need to get your horse up in a specific spot. I use this maneuver quite a lot if I want to get my horse right in a specific spot to get a thumbnail or something like that, because sometimes El Cheapo doesn't like to go right where I want him to. So I can get him into a piaffe, not pissed off, but more of a piaffe, and then I can sidestep into wherever I want to go. It's a cool little trick to showcase to your horse, to your friends, your posse mates, that you know how to control your horse and you can do some sweet stuff like piaffing. Yeah, okay, El Cheapo, that's good. The next two, we're kind of going to go hand in hand. One thing I wanted to show you guys is the ability to use cinematic while you're riding your horse. A lot of people don't know how to do this. A lot of people we still run into quite a lot out on the prairie. Viewers in the community lobbies don't know how to get cinematic to work correctly. It's pretty easy to do. First thing you need to do is you need to have some kind of mark on the map. And that's probably not a good way to go. We're probably going to get ran into that roadblock. So we're just going to put a mark over in this area because I want to do the next thing up here. See if that's going to take us the right way. It's not. It's going to take us straight through that roadblock right there. But I don't know why we need to go through that roadblock anyway, because we don't even have any moonshine. What are you going to stop us on our horse? I don't know. You at least need to have some kind of mark. Now, the one thing you need to worry about, though, is your red mark is the main one unless you're in a posse. If you're in a posse, you're always going to follow the posse leader's mark when you do cinematic. Or if you're doing some kind of a mission, you're gonna follow that yellow mark. So if you're doing like a resupply or a moonshiner delivery or the trader delivery or any other thing like with a random event where you gotta rescue somebody or drop somebody off, you're always gonna follow that mark beyond your red one. But if you don't have any other mark on the map, your red one's always gonna be it. So easiest way to get this started is just to get on your Google Map line there and just hold down the touchpad on the PlayStation controller. And I think it's options, right? Like the Xbox button on Xbox. Now I am on the mark. All you gotta do now is just tap the X button and run while you're on that mark, and off you go. See, I'm not even touching the controller. Just tap an X. We're gonna try to get to this roadblock real quick so we can talk to you guys a little more about this. Clear out the revenue agents. I don't want to clear out the revenue agents. Are you kidding me? We're gonna die. Jeez. Come on now. There's a million of them here. Right? Why did it make me stop right here? Oh my god, we're gonna die. There's too many of them. Look at, there's a freaking dozen of them. They're shooting them with shotguns right in the middle of them. We'll just put ourselves back in cinematic mode. Another way you can do it is just to be on your mark and hold down that middle button there until you go into cinematic mode, and just tap X a few more times, and away you go, off where you're going. Now you can go get yourself a drink, you can get yourself a coffee, you can go make some pizza, you can do whatever you want, and you'll end up wherever you want to go, wherever you put that mark. It's pretty easy. We use this quite a lot on stream as well, going from point A to point B, so I can talk to all you guys when I'm streaming. And we also use it in every instance of the game. We want to go from point A to point B. Usually we're always in cinematic mode. So let's get ourselves up here in the tall trees. We want to show you the next tip of the night. It's tip number 5. Number 5 is a pretty good one. I would highly recommend sticking around on the video to learn this one, because if you don't know this one, it definitely will save your hide more time than once running around Red Dead Online, especially in the woods, which is where we're going. So we're cruising up into the woods right now. Tall trees is, you know, just that. It's a bunch of tall trees. If you've ever tried to ride through tall trees, it's not too hard if you're a fairly skilled horseman, but you can run into a lot of stuff, and there's stuff everywhere. And sometimes your horse, depending on what horse you have, you might bounce off some trees, you might plow straight into a tree. But did you know that your horse is smarter than you? If you're going through if you're going anywhere in the game on a horse like this, if you know you want to go this way from point A to point B through these trees, just let go of your stick. See that? I can just sit here and tap X like this. El Cheapo will just keep on riding straight through all these trees, not run into anyone. Well, he'll bounce off some, but he ain't gonna plow into any. You will not get knocked off your horse at all by running into a tree. Look at that. I plowed straight into that tree and didn't even get bounced off. Now, if I was actually controlling El Cheapo and I ran into a tree like that, believe me, we would be on the ground, on our back, and El Cheapo would probably be hurt pretty bad. There you go. That's tip number 5. If you're going through some strong shrubbery, it's not strong, it's like rough, it's thick, it's a thicket of shrubbery, then make sure you are not touching your joystick and just let your horse control itself, and you'll get right through it. It works really good if you're running from something, or if you're trying to get caught up to a bounty and you find yourself in a thicket of brush. Just let go of your stick, plow right in there. Okay, folks, we do have one bonus tip if you hung on to the video to the very end, and it is the ability to hitch your horse. Now, everyone knows you can hitch your horse on most trees and fences, and of course hitching posts and whatnot. But did you know you can hitch your horse actually almost anywhere in the game? Just you can't do it in water or in your camp for some reason. But if you're anywhere else in the game, all you gotta do is come to a complete stop. You gotta be stopped, and then just hold down triangle. When you hold down triangle, you'll jump off your horse. You keep holding down triangle, and you'll hit your horse straight to the ground. Your horse will stay right here. We can run around, we can do some hunting, and your horse will not move. Works really, really good if you are out hunting. Your horse won't wander, because El Cheapo does like to wander around. Or if you're going over here to do some gunfighting, as you can see right here. I think it's something going on right here. What's going on over here? What's up, man? You got somebody rescued or something over here? What's the deal over here? Nothing. It's just smoke and that's it. Just smoke and no one's here. Just a broken aspect of the game. Well, if there was some people there, we could fight them, shoot them, and El Cheapo would stay right where we put. Now, one good thing about a horse when it's hitched like that, you can still call it and it will come to you. If you don't call it, he'll just stay right there and not wander off. If you have a horse that wanders off quite a lot, which El Cheapo likes to do, works out pretty good. If you have a horse that pretty much stays right where you put it, you don't really need to use that. But we like to use it every once in a while, especially when we're jumping into a gunfight. Just allows us to keep our horse right where we want it, and we don't gotta go running off and try to find him. Well, Cowpoke, if you like this video, make sure to smash the like button. If you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel for more Red Dead Online content, including tips and tricks, news updates, gameplay, just good old-fashioned fun. Hope to see you on the prairie sometime, but until then, see you later.